Hi there guys, it's me again, Mr. Norbert 1994, with the new Discord server installed freaking finally with my good old friend, which we all know and love.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm za909, as I used to be called.
Because your new name is, let me
No,
spell
no,
it and
no,
butcher
no,
it.
no, no, no. Don't try to pronounce that, because people don't even know that it's partly Dutch, so
Lol.
it usually gets butchered.
So, but can I say that you can be associated with a Dutch goat-ish thing? At least profile
Okay,
picture
well,
wise.
yeah, okay, well, I guess, but yeah, just tell the people what we're about to do.
Okay, so we are trying to do, but at least I'm trying to play through a game that was hated by none other because of the god-forsaking piece of shit which is called the Angry Video Game Nerd. This review
Well,
was made like a decade ago, and to this day everybody calls this game a steaming pile of dog shit.
well, I wouldn't necessarily call the AVGN crap just for that, but
Okay, not but this review
I
all
I see the point you're trying to make, but yeah.
okay, I'm not deliberately hating the AVGN on this, but this review made me alone to have a somewhat dim view about his review and his review style for the rest of his series. So there goes nothing.
Yeah, well, I learned that sort of truth when I first tried Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout on an emulator, and I found that it
Yes.
was alright.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so if you watched our previous episode about the Mac Kids video which we made, shit, when is what, like 3 fucking years ago or something like that?
Yeah, I think we said the same thing.
Yes, so it's kind of weird, and but that's the thing. Okay, so here's the intro. Classic shit.
Yeah, needless to say that probably the best part, which the AVGN never even talked about in his review,
Mm-hmm.
is, I would say, the music.
Which is freaking awesome. If you haven't noticed it. But why the hell I have this frame dropping shit? Something is not fucking alright.
Yeah, well, we're using different software now, and the computer is still the same after all these years. I think you still have the same old
Yes.
carriage, let's say. It's not even a rig, it's just some kind of carriage at this point.
Well, I have no fucking idea why the sound drops like ape shit. The game seems to work fine. Oh, and
Oh,
before I
in
forget,
FCUX that happens sometimes. Yeah.
but I honestly don't know why it is doing it, because I just restarted the computer as I experimenting with this Discord server, because let's just say that Skype is done forever.
Yeah, it's suffered the Microsoft gets its hand on you kind of
Yeah,
fate.
yeah, yeah. So after the March update, I couldn't log into my desktop version, so I was like, you know what, then fuck this shit. If this is the price to pay, or how do I can really say that, then fuck this shit. So Discord for the win.
Yeah, it's like 90% the same at this point. I mean, the good parts. It has all the good parts and none of the crap.
Yes,
Pretty much.
and oh my fucking god, what the hell I am doing? I just played a little bit through on my console, and I think we are about to talk some of the fucked upest parts about this game, which is not really have a lot of common with gameplay, but it has a sort of reputation in my eye with this game and the rest of the software creation games, and I think you probably know what the hell I am now talking about.
Oh, you probably you're probably trying to bring up the thing with the games that don't exactly recognize third-party controllers on a Famicom.
That's right, exactly. Because let me address this, that almost 99% of the games developed in over Britain or in the United States, they weren't aware of this feature that the Famicom had that extra bit, so they can ask why the hell we should write our code in loop, because that would make more sense for
Yeah, but I sort of want to blame the person who designed the hardware, to be
yes.
honest, because they could have just routed the expansion port to use the same bit as the built-in controller one or something like that,
Yes.
and then all games would have worked just fine.
So yeah, so it's big bullshit on the hardware design choice, so don't know why is it. Okay, so yeah. So you had to hack pretty much the ROM what I'm using, but then again.
Oh yeah, that was a fun story because
Mhm.
well, actually not with this one. I think this one had the original controller reading routine designed pretty badly, so I could
Yes.
just improve on that and then free up enough space to check all the bits for all the possible controllers that you could attach to a Famicom.
Mhm.
But in some games, like yeah, I took it as a challenge to try to fix up some of these games,
Because in some
and there were ones, yeah, there were ones where I was struggling to free just single bytes sometimes.
yes, because every game is different, every game has a different memory location, every where sometimes there is enough space to work with, sometimes there is just not, and sometimes they just deliberately made the code to be completely full, so you have to nail your ass to a wall. Thanks, Rare. Yeah, because
Yeah, and sometimes they read all the buttons into separate bytes. Sometimes they
yeah,
put all
but
the bits in one
or
byte, which is what I do. But
here is more. You know what's even more bullshit? To have two separate control read routines for the game itself. One for the game's menu and one for the game's internal logic. What's the fucking point of that? Seriously,
yeah,
that's the
I don't know. I mean I know why they're doing it, but I don't know why they did it this way. It's probably just to avoid being able to hold down buttons on the control pad, because then you would just keep cycling through the menu choices.
yes. So it's weird and
But you can do
confused.
that past reading the controller. Like once you've read the data, you can decide whether or not to act on it. Yeah,
Mhm.
this playthrough is probably going to be pretty boring if you're not into this sort of stuff. But yeah.
Yes, because we are somewhat experienced NES developers in some sort of viewpoint. I can safely say that.
Yeah. You're more of a NSF sort of guy,
Yes,
and I'm more of a homebrew developer kind of.
yes. It's a bit two different kind of reaching of NES programming, but we have fun, or at least I sure have fun ripping all these shittily ripped NSFs and making my own bank switch routines. So yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
the stories and the discussion and the sort of mystery part that I get to enjoy when you share some of these stories with me. It's like the best part.
Yeah, for example,
When you come to me and explain how fucked up some of these
drive
solutions were that
drivers are.
some developers came up with.
Thankfully, it's not the case with the software creations driver. It's just weird in a way that when I got used to these games that which has one init address and one play address, and this has one play address and two init address. One calls the music engine and the one for the sound effects. I
Yeah,
guess it
but
has some advantages, but
I've come up with something that will make you kind of mad at me probably once you try to rip my soundtrack once my game is finished.
yes, it's what is that sort of a timer which changes the pitch to one certain track or something like that? I can't really
Yeah,
describe
it,
it.
it generates kind of weird noises on the PCM channel.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is going to be a
Yeah,
fucking laugh
for the record,
fest.
if anyone's not getting this, or if anyone's interested, I'm working on a game that's sort of like Silver Surfer, only much more primitive in a lot of ways.
And maybe a little bit
So yeah,
much
but
more
that's
fun.
also partly why we picked this game, I
Yes,
think.
yes, mainly to get you inspiration for designing that game which relies around animals which has four legs and tails. Yes, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Oh, you can't really spoil that because there's stuff to be found on my channel about that already.
Yes, so whatever, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite happy that the things I'm doing, it's not only gonna make your NS of ripping life a misery, but also people who will try to emulate the game, because like on 9 out of 10 emulators it just doesn't work
Mm. I,
because of the
f-
things I'm doing.
I think maybe Karmic can say a little bit more when it comes to when I completely lost and just ask him for some help. Yes, even he did some of these controller loop routine fixes shit, and he sometimes ripped out his hair when he saw some of the rare. Oh my god, why the hell I don't use save state? One of Rare's controller loop routine, and he was like, what the fuck is like the LDX and then STA, LDX, STA like 6 or 7 times, and then a rotate option. Something like that. But I think we should talk about more of the game itself rather than this cool nerdy stuff,
Yeah,
don't you think? This is
yeah, I kind of agree.
yes, because this is one of the problems when we together, or at least try attempting to make a video, we got sidetracked all the fucking time. And I mean all
Yeah,
the
now more
fucking.
than ever, I would say.
Yes. So, and this is one of those games which proves that the NES sound system doesn't fucking sucks, as mentioned by our bane of existence known as the waffle guy from Finland. I hope
Yeah,
I've
the angry video game nerd, only that this one is from Finland,
yes,
apparently.
who thinks that Mega Man is a homosexual in blue armor. Yeah, I think we talked about this guy
If
too much.
if you were to dig up some fan fictions, he probably would be in some of them. So
Yes, and if
it's
somebody,
not it's not that much of a stretch.
yes, he's just an idiot, a lovable kind of idiot, I guess. though he isn't really active, which is a good or a bad thing, whether you how rough you like idiots. But sometimes you need idiots to have some cheer up, don't you think? And not really want to talk about the audience about our Hungarian idiots, which is known as Eric, but basically he's also a guy from Romania who was extremely dumb and had a very famous line, and so that's all.
Oh, I thought you were about to kind of mention how some people think that the Master System has the better sound than the NES.
Oh, no, no, no,
How
no.
you were outraged by these things.
More specifically, one guy, but I'm not gonna call his name, but we call it in Hungarian as the SMS gyerek, which is just basically the Sega Master System loving asshole or something like that. So yes, I'm just calling him in this alias. I'm not talking to that guy anymore because I think I just got a brain cancer uh, quite a few times. Do you remember that, my dear friend?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think when you when you were visiting, when was that again? 2 years ago?
almost 2 years
How
ago.
long ago that was? Yeah, and whenever you saw road signs, they always had that guy's town on them.
Yes, and it's kind of like a
Just to
bad
just to
omen.
remind you of
Yeah, of
yeah.
my most miserable excuse I ever wanted to visit somebody. Yes, kids, don't be that stupid like I am, and don't trust in internet sex robots like I did. Which he is probably not that, but how can you blame it? If you never saw somebody,
Yeah, well,
it doesn't exist.
you never met the you never met the guy, so at least you didn't have to find out.
But I think maybe I am a little bit thankful after all that I didn't met with that weirdo motherfucker. Maybe he was trying to attempt me to love anime, as he does. Though he said a lot of times that he doesn't interested in anime at all, so he just contradicted quite a lot of himself. Oh my Jesus Christ. I beat the second stage already and we are so sidetracked, it is unbelievable. Okay, let's try really hard now. Let's see.
Yeah. So, for example, can you tell me what this contraption is that we're gathering the parts of?
I have no idea, and I'm dying all the goddamn freaking time.
It's like an atomic bomb. Silver Surfer is secretly South, or I mean, goddamn it, he's a
Yes.
North Korean
I
agent.
I actually don't really know much about Silver Surfer other than being a comic book character in DC Comics, I guess. But then again, he never really was in TV shows or animated features or anything like that. Or do you know any such thing?
I think he appeared in the
Fantastic Four.
movies. Yeah.
That's all what came to my mind. And one occasion, if you and you probably know that if you read about Lost Media, that in Dexter's Laboratories Dial M Monkey section, there was one episode where he was, I think, parodied by as the Silver Spooner, and he was a gay character or something like that. Yes, this is actually happened, and the episode got banned pretty damn quickly and got cancelled a lot of times. Does this ring?
Well, shame on them. they designed Silver Surfer to look that way, so
Yeah,
they can only blame themselves.
yeah. Okay, 20 minutes in and I'm doing somewhat good, I guess. But to be honest with the viewers, I beat this game a lot of times fairly on a console, but I just don't really have the patience now to have this super hardcore mode. Or how about you?
Well, we'd be here for a couple hours.
Yes, and
Well,
let's to be honest, it's already quarter past 11 at the evening, and I am a bit tired, and you too as well, and I'm quite surprised that our English is still somewhat decent and hearable. At least in...
yeah, well,
yeah,
I'm sort of obligated to be fine with that.
yeah,
It's like I can feel that it's taking a toll on my English skills, but I'm sort of still obligated to do just fine, because if not, then I should probably just give up and quit university at this point.
yes, all those weird stories you spoke about, those feminist idiots and literature hell, or I like to call it. Oh my
Yeah, like
goodness.
to be honest, at this point, the things I feel are still useful are stuff that's gonna help me write my thesis and the Dutch classes. Like, that's about it.
Yes, so you are quite busy.
Well, not yet, but I'm gonna be,
Well, it kind of
and it's gonna happen just as everyone else is gonna have some free time. So I'm really looking forward to that.
yes, but it kind of explains this kind of busyness that we haven't made a video about for 2 fucking years. I mean, sheesh. Yeah, the last video, if I can recall, is another mediocre Mega Man hack, I guess. I
Maybe,
seriously
or maybe the
cannot
time when
remember.
we played Chippendale 2,
That was
maybe.
that was also 3 years ago. And minus infinity. Oh no! Don't even remember myself that shithole of a game. Yes, I am one of those people who hates that game because it's a clusterfuck. Yes,
Well, I
exactly.
agree that
That.
sometimes it throws a little too much at you.
Yes, I mean, sure, I accept the fact that it's a technical achievement by NES, but I just only kind of wave my hand to the technical aspects. But as a game, it's fucking sucks. I just don't like it. So everybody now can hate me, write me death threats and whatever, but I still think that I'm not gonna spoil, but it has some sort of relations to four-legged animals who kind of says nihaha in Hungarian, and I have no idea what's the sound effect for English for them, and I'm not even going to say who made that hack. But it is also based on a Mega Man hack, but it was not Mega Man 4. Sheesh, I talk too much about shit, don't you think? Okay, I know why you are... because you don't want to be exposed again. And I'm not that kind of asshole. But let's talk about
It's
the...
kind of late, but yeah.
let's talk about the music. If I don't get to be super sidetracked. So, what are your opinions about this game's music? Other
That's the
than
best
being...
part in this game. That's the best thing.
yes,
Too
Only,
bad there's only 2 gameplay tracks.
which is kind of a bummer. But it's very weird in a way that I die like an idiot, but that in most of software creations games, for example, if I want to look Terminator 2 and maybe that Tom and Jerry game, interestingly they all have kick-ass music but only like 2 tunes per game, and Solstice has like one main background game music. So my theory
It's
is that
it's more of a C64 tradition.
yes,
That's where you see this kind of
this kind of bullshit where
lack of gameplay music.
yes, like one audio for in-game and sound effects all the time. But then again, it explains since they were started on the Commodore 64 and not on the NES. So, and actually, besides Solstice, Software Creation's only original game was Solstice. All of them were then later licensed by different IPs such as Silver Surfer, which is a licensed DC comic book strip or something like that. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it just makes you wonder why they never really made an original game by their own, which is not some sort based on a product or something else. But I guess this game does its job, don't you think? It's entertaining, it's fun, it's difficult as hell, but it's
Yeah.
not
And
crap.
you know, that reminds me. There's a game we both really like, and it's sort of as difficult as this one, but it never gets bashed for it.
You mean the Japanese game?
Well, it is Japanese, yeah. It's a
Rekka?
techno soft game. Of
Oh,
course.
Thunder Force
No,
4.
it's not. It's not on the NES.
Oh, oh, of course. Well, anybody
Well,
who
actually, it's not just one game. I mean, I could be talking about the whole series.
yeah, but 4 is the one which has the most universal following, I guess, or the most critically acclaimed shooter for the Sega Genesis Mega Drive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, even though in the US it's called Lightning Force or
for
something like that.
for whatever reason, yes, you gotta love these idiotic name changes, or I can't really see any reason to call it Lightning Force, and it sounds like if and it's
Now my favorite one is not even a game title. It's how they changed Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone to the Sorcerer's Stone in the US.
yes, and it's to this day it's actually very confusing for people because I read some interviews that they had to change some of the story elements in the US book than what was in the UK's book or something like that. It's really weird and pointless. It's seriously like when you have to censor your own game or change to have that cultural following. It's not the best example of the Castlevania 3 Akumaja Densetsu changes, but it's kinda like that.
Yeah, they cover up some of the naked statues in the US release.
Yes, which is bullshit. But but for any more information, check out our Halloween video because we already did one 3 years ago. Booyah!
Yeah, or the cutting room floor, which is a
The
great source for weird changes, not only stuff that was cut from games.
yeah,
I think the cutting room floor page talks about this change.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it does.
And
but
I'm quite
I
sure
could
it
be
talks
wrong.
in a quite a big detail. Besides the music, which is even an idiot from mainland China can spot the difference.
Yeah, and I still hold to my opinion that they were pretty. I guess
Yeah,
I don't want to say they were dumb for trimming the drum samples, but there's just no explanation for that. They could have shortened the laugh if they really needed space.
yes. Actually, what I don't really understand in the music that some of the tracks that get modified very heavily. Like the one of the tracks is shorter, which is in the Japanese version, or longer, or what the
Oh,
hell?
it loops less. Some parts of it loop less.
Yeah,
Some of the songs are like that, or maybe just one actually.
no, it's actually multiple tracks because I have a very, I don't know if it's a very sensible project, but I'm gonna make it whether people like it or not, because I'm trying
Oh yeah, that's right.
to mix together the US and the Japanese soundtracks into one. I don't know, it just sounds if the NES is having an orchestra break or something like that. Because
Yeah,
why
yeah, yeah.
not?
That sounds
Mm,
that sounds like it's a great way to spot these differences. I have to say.
yes, because to be very honest, in the US version there are some tracks that are superior than the VRC6 version. Yes, I just said that because some tracks just work in that one and some tracks work better in the other one.
Oh, I think Rising is one of those tracks
And not
because they
uh,
feel they replaced what
mm,
was a full chord in the
yes,
Japanese version. They replaced that with
with arpeggio,
arps,
yes, in the and those
which
are,
is kind of a novelty in Japanese compositions.
yes, it was never really used besides one guy that I know, which is can be safely named as the Japanese Tim Follin, which was Masaru Iwata, or if I have to be very correct, Iwata Masaru. He's kind of like also make these very interesting pitch bends with the triangle channel, just like Tim and Jeff did in their games. I don't know. It's kind of looks like an uh,
No,
car
it is an
engine.
atomic bomb. I
Yeah.
told you Silver Surfer is a North Korean spy,
Oh yeah.
and he's because they are too poor to build their own atomic bombs, so they're sending him out to steal the pieces from these galactic empires or
Mm,
whatever the hell these things are.
yeah. And I am loading these states too much. Oh jeez. And this is the stage which is pretty much impossible without a full power up. So prepare to get frustrated in this stage. But practice makes perfect, as the wise man says. And it's probably not a steaming pile of shit because I can't touch that red pot. I mean, seriously, have you ever played Gradius, my dear friend?
I
Or
think I
or
have.
any? I mean, I think I can also bitch about that. What? Why the fuck I am dying because I'm just touching the floor. It's just as pointless as here, but it's kind of a common theme in shooters. You touch the Terrarian and you are toast. So I think it was probably AVGN's very first shmup what he played, At least in the game series, or at least I mean in the AVGN series, there was no shmup review before them, and I guess he was trying to act like how these shmup games are insanely difficult and makes your brain cells go numb. Well, Summer Carnival Recon we're gonna do that just with your brain cells and your muscles, I can assure you that. How about you? But do you think, because it is a common theme that he overacted that part too much?
These days he's changed though. It's more like he does these over the top reactions to everything.
Yes. Which is
I can't really pick sides on whether I like this or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
yeah. Okay, it's obviously not the greatest NES game by any means, but it's far from being a garbage. I mean,
If you want garbage,
I-
pick up some of these bootleg games from China.
oh, yeah. If you really are a masochist,
You'll be wishing you were playing things like this.
yes, at least this has. Well, when this game was made, 1990, so it kinda has decent graphics for the time being. Okay, I mean it's
Yeah, the one thing that stands out to me in a bad way in this stage is the lack of shadows, honestly.
yeah,
They should have put black, more black tiles below some of these platforms and the roofs.
but maybe it has this anti-gravitational feel to it, I guess. I mean, we are in space for the most part.
Yeah, but this is a factory or whatever this is.
Emperor stage number 2, so who knows? It's just a game, so who gives a shit? It serves its purpose. But if we are on the topic of shitty games, what is the worst? Oh, I think the worst video game I think I can say, but I just played recently, and you too, is probably that piece of shit Ultima game, which is like a
Yeah.
disgrace to the NES in so many ways.
And you know, yeah, just say a couple words on that, because then I'm gonna throw my story and my findings in once you explain what this game is in general.
Well, it is pretty much when you give development tools to a 2-year-old child and try to make his own dream game, and he fails miserably at it. The whole game looks like it was made with crayons, and the game runs at 15 frames per second, and it's on a freaking NTSC console, goddammit. On a freaking NTSC console. 15 frames per second gameplay. Sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Actually, it's even worse than that, because I've done some probing once. You know, you told me about this game.
Yeah.
I was instantly curious to find
Bullshit.
what was going on, and turns out they only accept your input once every 16 frames. So that's,
Yeah.
for the record, it's not even 15 frames per second. It's much less than that.
Yes, so I miscalculated. So, but anyways, this game is
Yeah, and it's because they animate everything by redrawing the tile map in
Yes.
the background. Like they don't show it to you because
I,
they always have a copy of the background off screen, and they're redrawing stuff on that with different tiles to make it animate. And once it's redrawn, they make the camera show the other screen,
it's
and they
technic.
alternate back and forth between the two screens like that. And but it on the NES you have so little time to redraw things in one frame that it takes them so long that the game runs at sort of 15 frames per second, but they don't even accept your input in all those frames.
Yeah. It's sort of
So you have to hold the buttons and just keep hoping that eventually it's gonna register properly.
yes.
And then I mentioned the wonderful music that game has.
Oh, yes. Let me continue from here. That was the only game that the legendary Commodore 64 composer Martin Galway ever worked on it. Yes, Martin Galway's one and only NES game, which kind of works like this. 3 fucking songs in the whole entire game. And the last one is just a 10-second loop. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Fun,
And
doesn't
that
it?
10-second loop is like 2 channels as well.
And no sound effects in the whole game, which is kind of like, what? It's like, it's kind of like when a bird flying upside down. It just doesn't happen normally. I mean, can you name, my friend, any video game, whatever platform you have played, where there is no sound effects during gameplay session?
Yeah, I can. I'm not sure you want me to, though.
I'm just freaking curious, at least when I'm because of the my ripping achievement thing, because it's just completely other bullshit of a
Oh
game.
well, it's not on the NES. Does that still count? If it's not on the NES?
I don't care. I'm really curious. What is it?
It's actually one that is quite infamous. It's Hong Kong '97. It doesn't have a single sound effect.
Oh, how idiot I am. That's the closest thing. Yes, because I didn't really said, but it has to be somewhat commercial release game, and Hong Kong '97 was kind of a commercial release game, though it was never released, and somebody made a photocopy of the floppy drive where the game was made, I believe.
Oh well, in that case, probably a lot of C64 games would qualify for that. Like
Yes,
they either have just music or just sound effects
because
during gameplay. That is.
yes, because computers. I really have nothing to say about it. Oh, I think Eliminator on the Commodore 64. Fucking good game with a fucking good awesome soundtrack by Jerome Tell. I hope I pronounced his name correctly.
Uh,
Jerome?
you're sort of pronouncing it in a French way.
Oh, I know it is not Jeroen, like if
Yeah. No, it's Jeroen. It's
Jeroen, Jeroen. Yeah, so I was almost correct. And that freaking green blob just hit me. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why am I not shooting down? I have 3 modes of shooting. Oh.
Yeah, and you know, earlier we were saying that I'm sort of here to learn more about the kind of enemies I could put in my game.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure I want them to move that sporadically. I could make them move sporadically, but I'm not sure it's a good idea.
And I'm not sure it's a good idea to really include mouths and testicles and all these weird shit what was present in mostly these Japanese and non-Japanese developed shooter games. I mean, if you just look at Abadox on the NES, I made a let's play long ago about
No, I
it.
don't want to make a parodious DA or whatever it's called.
No, it's not parodious thing. I mean, the WoW game is about to go into an alien's stomach and blow it up. It's a full fucking gore fest which got an official license by Nintendo. Weird, don't you think? If you come just...
Well, it was in Japan. Was it released internationally or just in Japan?
It was internationally released, not counting Europe. Because US gamers
Okay,
don't
well,
think
okay,
Europe is a
okay.
country. Sorry to say that, but
Well,
that's the thing.
No, they do think that Europe is a country. That's the thing.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah,
the United States
stupid
of Europe.
blonde. Yeah, from that video. Yes, Europe is a country, of course. Not a continent. Oh, just a fucking country. They probably speak
Yeah.
French.
Yeah, and I could ask the same thing if people walking in the street are pedestrians. Then is there a country called Pedestria?
Yeah. Obviously. Okay, so the Greeny...
I'm also trying to figure out what kind of things the developers were smoking when they came up with this level, because you have these weird mouths in the floor and weird faces floating in space. Like, what's going on?
I don't know, but something was wasn't good in the devil. Okay, so back to the topic of Abadox. It was released in... You son of a bitch. That was cheap. It was released in the US and Japan only. Like most of the NES games never released in Europe. Like this one, for instance, god damn it. Which is kind of weird if you think about it, it more hurts your brain. It was made by British developers and they never released it outside of North America.
My guess is that Silver Surfer was not really that known outside the US.
I have no fucking clue. But thankfully, if you import the game and play it on a PAL console, it works, so it's not kind of like that kind of bullshit. Oh hell no. It plays normally, but the music... I know I have a tendency to listen and love music with lower pitch and speed tone, but this one is an exception. It just doesn't feel
that's
right.
Kind of your fetish.
Yeah, that's my fetish.
If I can, yeah.
Yeah, it's my fetish.
Yeah, that's kind of your...
Yeah, to play NTSC only games in PAL and PAL games in NTSC speed. Yes, I'm weird.
Oh, you don't have to worry, because I found my fetish recently. It's turning normal music into like downsampling it to see how it would play on my PCM engine. It's the thing I'm kind of doing nowadays.
Yay. And I'm...
But at least I have the excuse that it's just for testing. That I want to find out what kind of music works with that sample rate and what kind of music is terrible. And I have to say that orchestral music is pretty nice with it, but once you get things like electric guitars in, oh my god.
Yeah. Or if I have to talk about another fetish of mine, is probably implementing multiple uh, player modes into an NSF file. So it's kind of like plays the intended speed, then the speed, and in pulse 50 Hz, and this is all simulation based ones. So it works on hardware, but it can never be implemented on a game, at least when it comes to the PAW correcting. And I just got hit by the amazing bulk, or what the hell it was called.
Yeah, the amazing block.
Yes, that's the final boss of this game. Yeah, it's shameful, but that's it, man. That's what you got.
Well, at least it's not Cool Cat.
Yeah. Okay. Die, you son of a bitch.
And it's hard for me to tell. Like, is he purple normally and turns gray when you shoot him? Is that what's going on?
Yes, he is purple normally, and he turns gray.
Yeah, well, either way, I'm still wondering about those boots. Like, why does he feel that it's necessary to be wearing those?
I have no idea.
Maybe they're magnetic. Maybe they're magnetic, and that's what keeps him stuck to the floor.
Okay, and I just found a way to kill this son of a bitch. Ah, you motherfucking bulk. Whatever the hell you are supposed to be. Don't know if... Oh. No, that was cheap. He goes all the way around. Die. Please die. For real.
Yeah, die a little quicker so that we don't have to remind ourselves constantly that this fight can be cheesed so easily.
Yes. But
I should at least shoot something that homes in on the player so that they can just stay in place and kill you.
yeah.
And they exploded into like bacon.
Mud. Yeah, I think it's mud, but I have no idea. So we completed our atom bomb, or whatever is it. It looks like an alien face with a dick hole. I really have no idea. Your quest is at an end, Surfer. The forces of magic, that's not a typo, that's intentional, have been defeated. Now the device is mine! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. No! The device is dangerous. I will take it to a safe place. Never shall it fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, so Silver Surfer is a defective North Korean agent.
Yeah.
It keeps getting better.
Yes, and this is the lamest title ending to a game I can ever imagine. It just says the end. Okay, so this is the only legit complaint I think I can say from AVGN. It could have been better after all that shit you just went through.
That cutscene, it made me think that we were going to fight something.
Yeah.
Like whatever that guy is called, like Galacticus or Galactus, I don't know.
Yes, and let's see, Kevin Edwards, one Paul Mulder. Geez, only 7 or Oh no, I'm stand corrected. 8 people worked on this game because the driver was made by Stephen Ruddy, which is uncredited in every software creations game. I have no idea why is it. And yeah, they have the decency to show you the goddamn game over screen after beating the game. Fuck yeah. The Super Surfers. Let's just type my name here with free character input. Oh my goodness, the limitations of the NES hardware. So beautiful. And that's it. I beated the game. I was cheating as hell.
Now we're going to beat the game
Again.
I don't know. What kind of what kind of gimmick I could come up with. I should come up with something.
Okay, we still have time. I have some.
Maybe you could play the game with one hand.
No. Maybe. Okay. I'm not going to use save states, and I'm going to use the default A button tapping bullshit because I am an idiot.
Yeah, and
How
only
about
play
that?
until the first game over.
Yes.
I don't think you want this to go on for too long.
Well, who knows? Maybe I am just got so good at the game I can beat it. You never know. You seriously can never know.
As much as I
Oh, but
as much as I find that
you know
kind
what?
of confidence funny, I'm not sure I.
What just happened? Okay, nothing. Let's play with my fetish, shall we? .poly emulation thing. Because why the fuck not?
Yeah, so
I just contradicted
if you're
myself.
actually good at the game, it will take us even longer to finish it this time.
Yes. To be very honest, at least when it comes to shooter games, I think it's a little bit easier for me to play it on 50 Hz because everything is slower, goddammit. And you have more time to pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah, the time when this became really obvious to me was when I was playing Mega Man: The Wily Wars.
Yeah.
On Mega Drive. Because that game slows down so much, especially during some of the boss fights. That, you know, like Yellow Devil is a joke. If you think that the Yellow Devils are crazy hard in the original Mega Man games, try Wily Wars. And that's how you turn a nightmare into a pushover.
Well, I think you are maybe talking with the wrong guy about this topic because I found the original Yellow Devil as a pushover. Yeah. Mega Man 1 is easy for me. Don't ask me why. I had more...
Yeah, well, if you do the things in the right order, yeah.
It's not just about the order, it's the overall experience. I may get a game over one or two time, but after some thinking and hacking, thinking and efforting, it was a safe adventure for me. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I think I started having trouble at the boss refights.
Yeah.
You know, the last 4 ones, which are all one after the other in the last Wily stage.
And with only one health bar and no way to have E-tanks. Yeah. If you don't know the tricks, you are in a serious fucking trouble. Like I am pressing that button. Seriously, the only legit complaint I also can mention with Silver Surfer is, why the hell you design a shooter game where you have to tap the goddamn button constantly? It's bullshit.
Oh, it's good that you brought that up. Actually, I don't have that yet.
Thank goodness.
No, I mean I don't have auto fire at this moment.
Then you should implement it as soon as possible.
Yeah, maybe for some of the weapons, maybe for the stronger ones, I should at least make them not as OP by disabling auto fire.
Yeah. You know, a shooter without auto fire is kind of like a wife without legs. Or something like that. I know it's a very...
It's like a car without brakes. Like
Okay.
you can still slow down, it's just not as convenient.
Yes, or a card without its keyhole. Okay. No, I think it's a running gag if I just want to say we got so sidetracked in these Let's Play, but I think it's kind of the common theme with Let's Plays in my videos. And you know what? I don't fucking care about this point right now. So,
Yeah,
but
these videos are more just random fun. It's not like you want to change the world,
yeah,
I don't think.
think of it as like a Clement G styled Let's Play, if I can say that. He's an awesome Let's Player, or at least I had enjoyed watching him and trying the games which I didn't know before him. Holy shit. No, dear my friend, what the hell is wrong with me? No, I'm kicking ass in this game. That's the power of the 50 Hz simulation, god damn it. And that turtle is toast.
Yeah, have you even died yet? I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
but it can happen in any minute now. Not that I desperately want to fuck up. But... oh, thank you, select button, you just saved my life. Yeah, because we didn't really talk about the gameplay itself that much, but I think if you are not a dimwit, you can already figure it out. You pick up F balls for increase your firepower, pick up B balls for to kill every enemy on screen. A shoots and B changes the position of that ball around below your surfboard. Oh god.
Oh, that would be interesting actually. Trying to find out how to make things fly in a circle.
Yeah. Okay, so I beat it the first stage without dying a single time. Oh yeah. I don't actually know if the game has more than one loop. Like in Contra, if you beat the game, it goes back to that game. So it's an infinite loop.
Like a more difficult run the second time.
Yes, exactly. But I haven't found anything which is harder here by any means. But then again, British game developers are not Japanese ones, so...
And this is not based on an arcade game.
or anything like that, so... technically it's an original game which was based on an already existing character. But actually, because I quoted this Okay, I think this game is already over now.
It's gonna be pretty soon.
Yes, because that's one of the big problems with these shooter games. If you die once, you lose all of your power-ups, and you are pretty much destined to die at any moment. So, yeah. But let's hope if I can make it back. Maybe with the help of a little turbo button. Seriously, you need turbo for this game, no matter what you are trying.
Yeah, and there's one hack that makes it possible without the turbo controller.
Yes, and I actually combine that hack with your expansion controller hack, so which is kind of like a hack of a hack. And beautiful.
It's like the two together make the best way to play this game.
Or
Anyway.
should I say the ultimate experience for Silver
Well,
Surf.
unless you're playing it on an NES, in which case you don't need mine.
Yes, because I have the super power pack, which pretty much saves my thumb. Yeah, and I don't have to buy the game itself, because either way, if I would buy the game, then I would need to hack it, because no fucking way that I'm going to use the built-in controllers at all.
And if you buy the game, you have to patch it or remove the original ROM,
Yes.
and then solder your own ROM chip in its place,
Yes, so
and then wire it all back together.
That's
because
the
Nintendo ROMs have a different layout.
yes, that's the reason why I'm never going to buy this game. Or maybe I can make repo cartridges of my ROM or your ROM, because technically you made the expansion controller thing. I'm just a stupid idiot.
Actually, is it uploaded to romhacking.net? I should
I
upload it if you haven't.
think not. I only uploaded on my channel as a separate video and with a media file link. Yeah. Don't know why, but maybe I should upload it once. Because technically what I'm using now is just the expansion modification. Because I think in ROM archives, if I include a patched ROM like this, it doesn't really think I should include the super original ROM, because basically it just makes it better. It doesn't changes the game's other code, if it makes any sense.
Sometimes you would get complaints from purist people, I think.
Yes, yes, because that's the another thing that I wanted to mention, that some of these stupid fucking American Yanks consider using a turbo controller in some games as cheating. Why? That's bullshit mentality.
I think you have to apply scrutiny to this statement on a game-by-game basis, because in games like this one, you are pretty much dead if you don't use it, or your thumbs are gonna be dead anyway.
Yes, or develop that, how do they call it, cartel thumb syndrome, or whatever is it? You get the idea. If you just met.
Yeah, but in other games, if you use a turbo controller, it might not be necessary, and in that case I would agree with it being cheating, but not in this case.
Well, I don't think so, because if somebody admits he's using a turbo controller, I'm okay with that. Like for Contra, I guess. Or
Yeah, like you will probably only be able to use it on the turbo buttons to shoot rapidly. Like you will not be able to cheese platforming challenges with it.
yes. Oh my goodness. Boss time. Do not screw up. Do not screw up. Which is easier said than done. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
And
Jesus.
I have to say, you've made it surprisingly far.
Well, I am kinda accustomed to this game since I
Yeah, you
played,
can say that. Yeah.
because I'm gonna be honest, I practiced this day quite a lot on a console, where I can still use actually save states, but I don't do that at all. Fire Lord, don't tell me that I'm going to beat this game, or at least the 5 stages
Wait,
without continuing. That would be,
is this the
that
last
would,
one?
no, this is the third stage. There is 2 more stages, including this one.
Oh,
So I
okay.
beat it 2 out of the 5, or 6 if we count the last one as its own separate stage. And what the fuck, man?
Okay, what happened? Because it froze for a second.
I think I did something that I didn't want it to do. It's chopped the video into 2 halves or something like that. This goddamn Bandicam.
Uh, it maybe because after a certain once it goes past a certain file size limit, I think it starts a new recording.
Weird, whatever. Okay, so here is that famous section where AVGN couldn't get through, but I could, because I am not an idiot. Or noob, should I say that?
Yeah, you have the power ups. It's easy.
Yeah. The,
Oh, and how come you have 2 of those health ping spheres in the overhead view stages, but only 1 in the other ones?
yeah. Um, well, that's a very good question. Oh, and speaking of actually bizarre American idiots, maybe if I would use these spear balls, that would also count as cheat. Because
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you can and then say that using weapons in Mega Man is cheating.
yes, bullshit, overloaded.
But no, it's not the kind of thing I wanted you to to talk about. It was how people are mad about you using your own custom-made stickers on cartridges.
Yeah, because it would make more sense or something like that. That is actually the main point of why I'm doing my own ROM archive, why am I a preservator of my own, and why the hell I have my own NSF archive, because all of them was fucking mess.
No, but you know we like NSFs that enable every expansion in the universe and don't
Petty,
ever use any of them.
yeah, because
How
that's
can you
how it
do that?
should. Well, it's actually very easy. You set the expansion bit because you can set more than just one expansion bit at located at 7B hex. But I don't know who the hell actually made that, or why is it actually in these public rips, and which is actually more aggravating that people still finds these crappy, shitty, idiotic excused rips, which is kind of like I am having to avoid like some sort of witchcraft or something like that, if it makes any sense. But then again, nothing is really going to make any sense by now, because I am tired as all fuck, and I am kicking ass in this game. I'm doing so well. What's wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh,
Yeah, you're about to beat the third stage without a game over.
yeah. Well, I have full power-ups, so anything is possible.
Yeah, and this game is apparently really difficult. Well, okay, it's more difficult than Thunder Force, because in Thunder Force you don't have this kind of convoluted terrain most of the time.
And the terrain is a little bit larger in that game, so you don't get
Yeah. Sometimes you have multiple screens
yes,
vertically.
and the game is a little bit technically more advanced than this, which is no surprise. Hence being on a fucking Genesis. Oh, oh my fucking god, I just had a heart attack. That fucking pumpkin piece of shit almost got me. Pumpkins are dangerous. That's our lesson today. Pumpkin piece of shit. I love this line.
Yeah, and okay, you said that he is kind of bad for bashing this game, but sometimes the way he says things is
It's priceless.
fun regardless.
Yeah, so it's kind of the pick your poison. What is funny and what is not. Oh, and I'm probably another cheater now in a way that I'm use sometimes the pause controller to have reaction to some situations, which is just making my job easier. Which is known as slow-mo in games like these. But I'm only using my regular pause button. So it's not technically a slow-mo.
If I was evil, I could make it so that while you're pausing the game, it wouldn't show the screen normally, just blackness.
That's bullshit. Jeez. You know, I have a very bad...
When you press start, just fade to black.
And why am I having the bad feeling that this is going to be a long ass fucking night? I'm doing too good at this game. What the fucking shit? I have 7 lives. 7 fucking lives. This is going to
You're
be
not even gonna get a game over.
No, I'm not. I have a hard time.
Remember, I said play until you get a game over.
Dude, I have a hard time dying. I'm not joking. I have a hard time dying. What's wrong with me? At least I can now say that I can how to say this in English? Uh, that my hardcore game core has been refreshed, that I can beat this game without fucking save states. Because I use save state for the sake of seeing an ending for the game itself. But then again, who the hell is an idiot like I am who plays the game 2 times in a row?
Okay, you can put the blame on me if you want to.
Yeah.
I sort of talked you into it.
But you know what, fuck it, I like a good challenge, and this game is a very great challenge. I mean, it's hard, but I would not put it on any top 10 list of these hard as nails NES games. That would
Raka is more difficult than this.
That game is kind of like, I can't put it into words. It's, imagine Thunder Force and Silver Surfer have a child, or no, yes, Thunder Force and Silver Surfer had a baby. Yes, that's the perfect word. That's Summer Carnival 92 Rekka.
And from a technical standpoint, it's probably pretty well made as well, because sometimes you have dozens of things flying around on the screen and there's never a single bit of lag.
Yes, so it's kind of like the Metal Slayer glory of shooter games on the NES. If we really into this beauty kind of standpoint or whatever.
Yeah, for some time I used to think that knowing how these games worked was kind of like knowing the tricks of a magician. Like it would ruin the magic, but not really. It makes you have a different kind of appreciation for what they've achieved.
Yeah.
So like the original kind of layman's magic or whatever I should call it is lost for me, but there's a different kind of appreciation.
I can see that. Okay, my eyes are a bit sorry. Okay, so Possessor section 2 with full power-ups. Okay, I have one chance, don't fuck up at all. Easier said than done. Oh jeez. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. What is the safest route? If I could only know. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm staying in the middle. I think the hardest thing about this game is positioning yourself, and if you don't know the game exactly, that's a death trap right there. So it's kind of cheap in some ways. But probably the big success of mine is just I'm playing this game at 50 Hz. Who knows?
That probably helps.
Well, it helps quite a lot. And it kind of makes me feel that after all this game was developed for the European market. But
yeah, and it also didn't have samples
at all.
That get ruined. Like I'm looking at you, Ninja Gaiden, or should I say Shadow Warriors?
Oh, yeah.
It was called Shadow Warriors in Europe.
Yay! Pause button for the win. Yeah, Shadow Warriors is just the pathetic excuse for video game conversation. But conversion. I mean, I have no clue what the hell did they just screwed up. Because if you check out my ROM archive, there is a DPCM fix for that, which is just really taking the Ninja Gaiden samples and replacing with them, and it sounds like it should have been. So
Yeah, but it's so if anyone's not familiar with this, the European release of Ninja Gaiden Shadow Warriors, it doesn't have the normal kick and snare drum. It plays garbled noise instead. Like it plays part of the game itself as a sound, and it's not even like they are playing it from the wrong place. They're playing it from the same place as the samples are in the NTSC version, but there's nothing there.
yeah,
Not there or anywhere else in the ROM for that matter, because I tried to find the samples in there, but there's nothing in the whole game.
which is just so weird. Okay, Emperor, section number 1. Full health. But I don't have a bomb, which is going to be tricky. Okay. Oh my fucking god. This pause button is really your best friend. Honestly, I'm quite fucking amazed that this plays out so well right now. Okay, I may be paying a little bit more attention what's now coming, because I don't use cheats at all. But I'm gonna suck my cock if I can actually beat this game without using any continues. I have 10 lives already.
What's the max? 99? Don't tell me.
Actually, I think 10, which can display properly, so it can you see the HUD? it actually gives me a glitched out sprite instead of a 10. I mean, I think the game designers clearly know what they're making, because they were like, no way somebody is going to have 9 lives in this particular game. Why should we have 2 digits?
Yeah, our game is too difficult. Like, don't even bother.
Yeah. But then again, this game isn't so difficult to master or...
Oh, I get it. Okay, so it shows something that's past the numbers in the tile set.
Yeah. It's... I don't know what is used for, if it was used at all. But
I don't know. It looks like a Japanese.
Yes. Some Japanese garbled mess.
Characters.
Okay, I'm using a
It looks like a katakana symbol.
Something like that. But I think in reality it looks like a number 9, which is got fucked by an elephant or something. Seriously, it looks like that. Oh, a B button or power up, which is essential at some points of this game, because without it it's going to be impossible. stay far behind. Okay, stay in the middle zone. Seriously, is there anything left what we can say about this game besides it's fucking awesome and its rules?
Yeah, I since I don't hear the audio,
Well,
I tend not to remember that you're playing this in PAL mode.
well, you maybe are happy that you don't hear it because the game or my emulator is either glitching up or slowing down. It cuts out frames. It's not really the best experience, but you know what? I say fuck it, it's working. And that's what matters.
Yeah,
Gee.
I really don't think we have anything left to say on this game. You were right when you said that.
Yeah.
It's like now we need to go on a tangent, but now we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why are tangents called tangents anyway? Does it have to do anything with trigonometry? Or please don't tell me. Well, I can. Of course it does. It's the same word, but like
Yeah.
what does a tangent have to do anything with a digression?
Nothing at all. Ugh. Oh, this boss is tricky. If you don't know the trick. And I just beat it. Holy motherfucking cocks of bullshit. Last 3 stages. And I haven't used a single game over. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the end for the Mag Geek domain.
Yes, magic. Which doesn't sound like a Hungarian veggie product at all. But then again, it is pronounced completely differently, so it has nothing in common itself. But seriously, this is why I talk about that, because I have nothing else to say about this. Play it,
Yeah,
master
like
it.
goddamn you for playing so well.
This is kind of like when you say something and I was like with the troll face icon of challenge accepted. You probably know that meme.
Yeah. It's not exactly new, but yeah.
But
Then again, I tend to live in the past
mm,
sometimes.
oh my, holy balls of doom. Jeez, if I don't use my pause trick, I think I'm being toast already. A toast mixture bread. Whoa. The magic domain is easily the hardest section of the game, especially the last digit of the last stage where you have to dodge an elephant's shithole or something like that. Yes, I'm being completely serious and I'm not want to be disgusting. But that's what is in the game. An elephant's shithole. Why the hell why the hell I'm speaking about elephant fetishism? I don't know. But I guess it's a little bit better if I am talking about Iswaffer fetishism.
Oh yeah,
Physics.
you could talk about that.
Yeah. Or maybe,
Things in life that are unfair.
yes, of Bumblebee hits you for or stings you for no reason. Unfair.
No,
And
but what?
taxesh, which means taxes for the English speaking word. You earn money and it's taken away from you. I'm just trying to improvise him with his beautiful accent, that Finnish
Yeah,
accent.
like we can kind of we can kind of understand what he's saying because his accent is so similar to ours.
In
But but other than that,
we can't really understand Finnish, so the language has nothing in common. At least,
yeah, so, some of the grammar rules,
maybe
but that's it.
that's all. Okay. Holy shit. It's not the last stage, but one of the last stages. Gee, I'm going to beat this fucking game. Now I can feel it. Feel it in my wits and guts. Oh my god. This fucking spike trap is going to be the hardest part to navigate through. Shit. That fucking bubble maker machine. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I made it. I made it. That fucking green face again. Which is completely out of place.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of
What?
what is it? That Action 52 game.
Oh, no, non-human, non-human.
Oh yeah, that one where they've got the green faces at
which,
the bottom.
which seriously looks like some Hungarian pop
Like it's
musicians.
from it, like it's from Shrek,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
Even though Action 52 came how many years before?
Well, I think exactly 10 years ago. That 10 year is the difference. It's Action 52 is 1991 and the first Shrek is 2001. I believe.
My God, that movie is 16 years old.
Yeah. But interestingly enough, I mostly like Shrek 2 the best of the WoW series. And the first one as well.
It would be hard for me to pick just one favorite one.
I don't know, the series got pretty much tame after the third one, if you ask me.
Yeah, I guess it. Usually with animated movies, once you go past the third installment,
Yeah, they after that they just
it usually it wears out its welcome in a way.
yeah. Here is that fucking crap shit which
but again, I would go and see any kind of Shrek movie before going to this emoji bullshit.
yes, me too. Oh my god, last stage. We are here at again. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I'm going to fucking do this. I have 10 fucking lives. I can't screw up. But even if I screw up, I'm not going to finish this game. Whatever. But I hope it's not going to happen. I'm trying to use this pause glitch as much as I can to save my ass from any bullshit. Which is
Well,
actually...
even if you die, you can probably reclaim your power-ups over time.
Well, not really, because there are far too few power-ups in this goddamn stage. Shit. Oh my fucking shit. But I think I'm just past the checkpoint, so the crap part is now over and I gotta be... Oh no, 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 not this fucking part. This elephant shit. This is the worst part of the game because your timing has to be pixel perfect. Can you see it? It looks like a fucking elephant.
It is. It's a half rotten elephant head.
Yeah.
Chained to the space rocks. What the fuck?
Yes, and oh my god, it's the bulk again. I can't fucking believe it. I made it to this end without cheating.
Oh well, do you remember how much of a role I had? The role that I was on when you brought a real copy of Thunder Force 4 to me, and I played it for the first time. I made it to stage 9, I think, on my first try.
Yeah. But there is always an emulator for you. If that makes
Yeah,
things
I just have to
easier.
remember to set it to like low pass filter mode because otherwise it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It sounds fine on a console, but most emulators just don't do that kind of
Well,
filtering.
Kaggle Fusion, I guess, does the job. Or not. That's the best Sega emulator out there. To my knowledge, at least. Okay, Bulk. You are going to die. In agony.
Yeah, and here's another question for you. It just out of nowhere.
Yes?
What kind of game do you think I should make for the Master System if I make a game for it?
Obviously a
In the
platformer.
future?
I don't know, port Chip and Dale 2 to Sega Master System. I would love to play that, for real.
Yeah,
Or I would
Mega Man
even
game.
yes, or I would even say a DuckTales game, which oh, fucking move. Okay,
Well, actually, there
where is my
like
fucking
a Mega
trophy?
Man 2. Okay. Okay.
Where is my fucking trophy now? I am a hardcore gamer and I beat this game with fairly. On palm mode, because I'm European. Here is our beautiful alien dickhole atom bomb again.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless.
Well, even if Bandicam ruins something of the footage, I can assure that the normal version is at least recorded. And then again, I made a video about this 3 years ago or something like that when I beat the game. It was, strangely enough, it was always also in both 50Hz mode and I didn't really care about it. So yeah, this is kind of like if I played the Silver Surfer as a Ghost and Goblins game the first was the easy quest and this was the fucking real version. Okay. I thought congratulations in order of beating the top 10 hardest fucking NES games.
Oh, and they even give you a password.
And I actually don't know what's the reason behind it, because it doesn't make the game any harder. Let's see if I made a higher score than the previous playthrough. Game over, man. Game over. Shit. I played I played the game 2 times in a row and I scored less than the first one. I am a pro. Jesus. Oh. Okay, and now this is finally the conclusion of Silver Surfer. I hope you guys had a fun time listening and watching us. I'm a pro gamer and ZA is a pro programmer. That's all there is to say.
We'll see that we'll see that in about 4 years when I'm finally gonna release.
Yes. And I'm going to be making all of these goddamn games function with my Famicom in about 4 years. Or I have no idea. So, I guess thanks for watching and see you next time. Probably not in a...
see you in 2 years.
maybe not. So, bye bye guys.